I am the true alpha male, the living legend of hair loss. If you watch my videos regularly, one of the things I constantly remind everybody is the irony, the paradox that I am one of the world's most popular hair loss YouTubers, yet I truly don't care. I'm mind-numbingly bored of the topic. But it's just that society, there's enough people globally that are constantly obsessed with this that all I have to do is put hair loss or receding hairline on the title and you're gonna watch the video. And I know that. So imagine for a moment that I'm a human being beyond this topic that I don't care about at all. What do I actually care about as far as, because I say all the time, my identity is not my hair. And really as men, our identity is not really so much how we look, unless it's a look that's going to really exploit our masculine looks. That's why a couple months ago when I had a zero guard buzz cut and a beard that was nearly an inch long, it was exploiting the concept of a man really being as masculine looking as he can. I mean, ultimately, and I really feel that a man who has a big thick beard and shaves all his hair the way I was doing, that's the equivalent of a female who would be exploiting her body in a way if she went to one of those restaurants like Twin Peaks or Hooters or whatever it is, put on a really tight top and short little skimpy shorts and just kind of went prancing around and all that stuff. Like, that's the male equivalent of that, exploiting the masculine perspective as the masculine traits. Because a man without hair, that is masculine. A man with a beard, that is masculine. Blend the two, man, you're all set. So I do recognize that as a man, you can use your looks to your advantage, but it's not the way that women do. It's not about being the most good looking or charming looking or most like a soap opera actor. It's about looking the most masculine. So with that being said though, let's expand on that. The one part about my looks I actually care about, and that is being physically fit as much as I can. I'm not worried at all about losing my hair. But something, and I don't really worry about it, but I'm mindful of it, is that I refuse to become noticeably overweight. That's something that truly matters to me, because for me, my identity is wrapped up in masculinity. And so a man who's masculine, in my mind, one of the things that would be required is that he is physically fit. That if he needs to run 5 miles, he can do it. If he needs to be physical in a way to help someone, he can do that. Instead of, oh, I'm out of breath, oh. So for me, the nightmare is not to wake up and, oh no, I don't have hair anymore. The nightmare is to look down and think, man, I've got a big belly and it starts here and it goes down. So granted, I'm not in perfect physical shape. I don't have a six-pack or anything like that, but one of my friends is and does. He's a trainer. So, I've changed my diet accordingly to try to counter that. See, most of you are under the age of 35, but the moment you turn 35, your metabolism changes in a way. It's like it curses your body. It's like it forces you to basically be overweight if you don't follow all these rules and play everything perfectly, because I think for most of the history of the world, by the time you were 40, you were dead if you're a man. Like me being 38 is like the equivalent of someone being like 80 years old, this is the equivalent of. So what would it matter? But your body would store all this fat to help you in your last years of your life. Well, in theory, hopefully my life's only halfway over at this point, but my body my metabolism has slowed down in a way that I just can't afford to eat certain things, period, anymore. Like, for example, I would never drink fruit juice. That's just pure sugar. I would not do that. And if I am going to have some dessert, I'll take the small cell slice to taste it and enjoy and appreciate it. But, I was a vegan for 5.5 years. First half of that was before I turned 35, and then the rest was afterwards. And what was happening is my body outsmarted being a vegan. So where I was perfectly slim, now my body started storing fat at a much higher level because it wasn't getting the same level of protein that I was before I became a vegan. And now I've basically swapped that to where I eat a lot of protein, hardly any carbohydrates except for the good ones, and then fat, I try to make it come from peanuts, avocados, and all that stuff. So, and that's my friend that's a trainer, that's how he is, and he's my age and he has a perfect body. So I actually care about that. It's not about having, oh, look how huge my muscles are. No, no, no. It's about me being lean and thin to where no one's going to look at me and think, wow, you can see his stomach sticking out of his t-shirt. Like, that would actually bother me. But here's the thing. I can actually do something about it. Within good reason, I can do something about that. I can really be careful of what I eat. And I can do my best to exercise and work out when I can, granted that I'm married, have 2 kids, and a full-time job, and some side hustles like this that make me, last month, maybe $500 for the month from these YouTube videos. With all that going on, I can still find ways to work out and eat right. And I'm controlling that. That's why hair loss, who cares? You can't control it. It's your DNA, man. You were destined to go bald or not. That's boring. Who cares? As far as you being in shape, though, predictably, your metabolism will be slowing as you get older. And you're either going to make a decision to proactively do something about it, or you're not. I'm going to be one of those people who does. Now, granted, perfect shape, maybe I never will be. But as long as I appear to be physically fit and active, and my t-shirt's not sticking out now, I have this tub of a stomach, that's what actually matters to me. Hair loss, boring, don't care. Being physically fit, despite almost being 40, that's a challenge. That's something interesting. But I'm not worried about it. Men do not worry. Men do not have anxiety. Men are in charge of their brain. Therefore, they say, what can I do to be in charge of this thing? Your comments belong right here.